Hey guys, Ultimate Deadpool here, and I am pleased to announce a new movie coming out, hopefully before Christmas. It is going to be my own version of the famous Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol, and it's the casting for it is going to be from multiple different things. Rick Sanchez is going to be Ebenezer Scrooge. Morty is going to be Bob Cratchit. That's obvious. Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to be Jacob Marley. We'll get to that in a little bit. Captain America is going to be the Ghost of Christmas Past. I can't say who the Ghost of Christmas Present and Future is going to be, just because that's going to ruin the effect of the film or mini movie. It's still going to be virtually the same thing. Rick is a humongous jackass to Morty, and Morty's going to suffer just like Bob Cratchit from Ebenezer Scrooge, because Ebenezer Scrooge is all the way up here on jackass level. Same thing with Rick, and Morty's treated poorly, just like Bob Cratchit, so it totally works. Captain America, he's in the past. He's older, I guess. And again, it totally works. The character who I chose for the Ghost of Christmas Present kind of works. It works enough to where, you'll understand why I chose that character. And the same thing for the Ghost of Christmas Future. It's simple, but it totally works. And the reason I chose Stone Cold Steve Austin for Jacob Marley is because in season 3, I believe episode either 6 or 7, it was that Fruity Land episode or whatnot. Rick refers to Stone Cold Steve Austin, and apparently he's a major fan of him. And in the book, Jacob Marley was, Ebenezer Scrooge's major, partner. So, through Scrooge's eyes, he was a big fan of Jacob Marley. Kind of works, I guess, but hopefully it'll all, make more sense in the mini movie. Now the way I'm not gonna do this it's not gonna be like my regular stuff. It's not gonna be I'm gonna release one part and then so on and so forth. I'm gonna do all of that off camera and then just combine everything in one shot. So that way it keeps the entire thing a secret, or a mystery. So that way when you go to watch it, it's not gonna, oh well, okay, now I know why that he chose that. It's gonna be like, oh wow, I can't believe that actually happened. So that's what I want to go for with this. So I'm gonna make the entire mini movie completely off camera, and then I'm just gonna take all those segments, all those parts, combine them into one little mini movie, and just upload it most likely on Christmas Eve, maybe December 23rd. Most likely it'll be Christmas Eve. I will not release any videos on Christmas Day unless it is important or very major. Another thing that I'm hoping that this miniseries does is just kind of build up the Ultimate Deadpool Studios. I guess you could say name. I know it's not going to do much of anything, but what it will do is it'll hopefully boost up some fans and hopefully bring in some more subscribers, because I am short in that department. Because originally Batman was going to be Ebenezer Scrooge. Real quickly, while I'm thinking of Ebenezer Scrooge, who would make a better Bob Cratchit? Should it be Morty or should it be Jerry? Because Jerry's kind of a pushover, he's kind of a weakling. He's kind of the wimp of the entire, Rick and Morty series, and technically so was Bob Cratchit. So both characters get treated like crap. So who should be Bob Cratchit for my miniseries, or my version of Charles Dickens's A Christmas Carol? I want to know what you guys think. Who would be better, Jerry or Morty? Both characters are treated like crap. I don't have either character. I have to make like 3 characters. Technically 4 for this miniseries, which is not going to take long. I do have to remake Stone Cold Steve Austin. I do have to remake Rick. And I have to make Jerry and Morty, if you guys decide which one's which, or which one to do. Odds are it's going to end up being Jerry, just because I think Jerry is more of a pathetic character than Morty, because like Morty's had his cool moments, but Jerry has had like 0 cool moments, and Rick treats him the worst out of everybody. So I honestly think Jerry's the better way to go. So I mean that's, and again, I know people are gonna say, well, Ultimate Deadpool, you're just using characters that you think would work. Well, of course I am. It's gonna be my version of A Christmas Carol. So I mean I realize not a whole lot of people still remember who Stone Cold Steve Austin was. For those of you, I want to see comments 316 in the comments, at least from one person, if you guys know who I'm talking about. But in one of the episodes of Rick and Morty, Rick brings up Stone Cold Steve Austin, so which means he kind of looks up to him. A lot of people did back in the 90s, but a lot of people were big fans of him. I still am. So, and then in the Looney Tunes adaptation of A Christmas Carol, Sylvester, the cat, is Jacob Marley, while Daffy is Ebenezer Scrooge. So Daffy looked up and idoled Sylvester. So it totally works for Rick with Stone Cold Steve Austin. A lot of people were major fans of him in the 90s. I know tons of people who still are. So I mean, for me, I guess it totally works. That now I need an excuse to use Stone Cold Steve Austin. But hopefully it'll work. I am still working on the Deadpool Mad Max series. I do need a couple more Mad Max cars before I'm able to pull that off. Hopefully that'll be interesting. So, more info on that later. But just let me know. I mean, who do you guys think? Do you think that I should even go through with this? Or do you think it's just going to end up being a waste of time? Most likely, I know this is going to end up being a waste of time, because not a whole lot of people want to do anything on Christmas or Christmas Eve. I know that for a fact. So I'm literally going to probably start working on this tomorrow and do a ton of work on it on Saturday and Sunday. And then hopefully I'll get everything put together on Monday and get everything uploaded on Christmas Eve. If not, it'll be shortly after Christmas. But hopefully everything works out the way I want it to. So I mean, if not, worst case scenario, it'll be done before New Year's. So I mean, it shouldn't take that long to do this. But then again, Christmas Story is very elaborate. My version is not going to be that elaborate. It's going to be quick, basic. Just so that way it moves in a pattern. So, it moves relatively smooth. Rick is going to show him being a jackass to Jerry and Morty. And You know, Stone Cold Steve Austin's going to show up, tell Rick he needs to get his shit together, and then, you know, say, oh, you're going to be haunted by 3 more spirits, Captain America, so on and so forth. And then, you know, the happy ending. So, but, and again, I know the 3rd episode ever of Rick and Morty, Rick was very big on Christmas, but for the sake of this version of A Christmas Carol, we're going to say he's not big on Christmas. So, and I also know that none of the voices of the characters I'm going to try to recreate or replicate are going to sound anything like they're supposed to. I will do my best, though, because I know I can't do a really good Stone Cold Steve Austin, but I will give it my damnedest. Rick, you know, it's going to be a challenge. Jerry, he's kind of simple. But, Captain America, you know, I can just use my regular voice. But, the Ghost of Christmas Present and Future are going to be really difficult. The Ghost of Christmas Future is easy, because the Ghost of Christmas Future never talks. Or very rarely talks. In any version of A Christmas Carol that I've seen. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you guys think about this. And hopefully my version of A Christmas Carol won't suck entirely. It's probably not going to be good, but it's at least going to be kind of funny with some of the cameos that show up here and there. So, hopefully it works. And I will see you guys all later. Peace out. You guys are awesome. I'll see you guys all later. Bye.